Hi guys, hello everybody, it's MicheleMarieDalene. Today I have a couple new things to show you. Actually, some of this stuff is not really new, but it's definitely is, this is the new thing. And we're going to be talking about this. This is a micro USB OTG hub with charging support. It allows the input of 3 full-size USB devices, and supposedly will let you charge your phone simultaneously. Now here's the catch: we don't know if this phone supports the charging option. So because we don't know if this supports the charging option, we're going to test it out. Excuse me, cat, could you get your tail on my face, please? Thank you. We're going to test this out right now, right here, and then if it succeeds or fails, we're still going to show it to you. Alright? So let's get started. Okay, I have here a standard Android phone. This is the LG M210 Android phone running on Nougat. Okay, it's an unlocked phone. It is used originally with a Metro PCS phone. I'm using it with SafeLink right now. And we are going to talk about OTG. That stands for on the go. I was going to do a video on this in the past. And why would you want to use this? Well, let's say, for example, you want to plug in a keyboard that's a bit more comfortable than typing on glass. So what you would do is you plug this dongle in here. Okay? In that, you plug this into the phone here. Now the only one issue with this dongle is it's only one device, or in this case, one combined device, which is the keyboard and the mouse trackpad combined in one. Great. Except this is getting power off the phone itself, which is fine if you're really trying, really just mobile and you don't really have any concerns about bringing down your battery. But wait a second. It also only limits you to one device. Yeah, you can plug in an external hub, which is what I would do, and I did for testing, and it works fine. But what if you could actually power your phone at the same time you're using your USB connector? So, this is kind of a strange looking little thing. That's exactly what this does. It has 3 USB Type A ports on it, 2.0, and a micro USB input, and a micro USB output. And it has a switch. This is the part I'm still kind of trying to figure out here. I've tested this beforehand, and it came out pretty cool with the video, especially with the sudden surprise, and I found out it worked. But I wanted to redo it because I thought it was a little bit too long. So that's what I found out. And I would say, someone said this to me before, is that sometimes you need to power off your phone and restart it to get the USB to work. So here I have a power bank, and I'm going to plug it into the micro USB port. It only goes one way, guys. Trust me. I know it sounds kind of... Okay. So now, you'll see that the blue light is on, which means that the hub itself is using power. Now, I'm going to plug this into my phone. So, you will see a charging indicator is active. Okay, it's charging. So now, this is where I ran into a slight glitch with the earlier demo, besides trying to figure out what the switch did. What is how do I get the keyboard to work now? Now, when I plug in the hub, I see one of the stuff on the phone, but you see the keyboard and mouse icon. So what it's doing now is I can plug in other devices. And this will provide power for the keyboard, mice combo, and 2 other USB accessories. And that could be a really benefit. Because let's see how to stand. Unfortunately, guys, this is where Android really does kind of lack. But if I start moving the cursor around, oh yes, it does support the volume up and down on this keyboard. So I can turn the volume up and down by going to the minus and the plus. So you see it can go down, it can go up, it can mute. It's also a trackpad too, so you can trackpad around the screen. It's also a keyboard. So it's really kind of cool for that reason. Of course, I was using this on my Raspberry Pi for a long time, and it's okay, except it's not Bluetooth. This is a standard 2.4 gigahertz. This one here uses 2 AA's batteries. I never really showed you this keyboard much. What this is nice for is that I can actually, it gives me a bigger screen. I can type on this a little easier than I can on my phone because it's by touch. I can actually, and trackpad function's kind of cool too. And it also has a few other multimedia functions as well. And turn off the power switch. Even though this has a micro USB port in the back, that was for the model that has the charging capability to charge a lithium-ion battery, which is another model than this. I don't know if that port can actually be used for anything, but let's find out if this thing actually shows any power usage when I plug into this cord. Just to be fun. Okay. Now, I'm going to wait for this blue light to go out, which means once it goes out, it means it's basically on. Okay, now it's basically saying is I'm just waiting to do something. So I'm going to plug this into the back, because I always kind of want to know that. Because this power bank has a little light that shows the demand is in the case. And the answer is nope. But that makes sense anyway, because it's not actually being used. It's just, I guess, somebody at the factory decided to throw it in there anyway. So, that's that. So there you have it, guys. Let's start over here. Okay, there you have it. A nice little tiny dingus that could be useful for you if you're on the road. As I said, thanks to the fact that the power of these little smartphones and the fact that these things are extremely sophisticated computers, and they are computers in their own right. Unfortunately, the one problem is there's only one, on most of them, only one USB 2.0, or in the newer ones, USB-C port. Sometimes you need to use the hub or other fascinating items to make it work. This little tiny dingus works on this phone, which is the LG M210 phone. Here's the only thing I do not like about this. I do not like the way that these connectors hang like this. These flying leads. I don't like this. I really think that is asking for a really bad time for the people who are using these phones and maybe using them in very rough situations, because it's likely that something is going to get broken and not be appreciated when things get broken. So here's now, as I said, you can plug in a keyboard. You can plug in, which is, this keyboard is a pretty good keyboard. It's a 2.4 gigahertz. It's not Bluetooth. There are Bluetooth models. This isn't it. This will give you the ability to use this. But if the other 2.4 gigahertz devices are on the network, yeah, you're gonna have problems. But let's just say, in a perfect world, that no one else is also streaming at 2.4 gigahertz or not using their own USB keyboard. There is an adjustment for frequency on it, but unfortunately, I have never quite understood how you set it up. this also provides you to get power from your USB power supply. In this case, it's a little power bank that I had already. Whereas this little board here is a single port micro USB adapter. So this adapter again allows you to power things like one appliance at a time, and this only comes power out of your battery. This doesn't provide any other kind of power supply option. So if you are in a situation where you need to power your accessories, yeah, this is gonna suck, okay? But it's still pretty cool because it gives you this additional features that may be your best friend. Oh yeah, I'm sure, like Big Clyde would say, is let's take it to bits. You know what? I'm actually kind of curious to see what's inside this thing. It's probably not much. A switch on the back here, I kind of wonder about it. It says it's 2-position. It says up for charge only and down for OTG. Well, that seems to not work quite the way I expected it to. But still. And this is the original Chinglish instructions. I'll read this to you here. Supports Galaxy S2, Samsung Galaxy Note, Samsung Galaxy S3, S4, S5, S6. Why did you have to say S2 separately from the other one? The Galaxy Tab 8.0, the Sony Xperia NX02D, the Sony Xperia Acro HD IS 12S, the Toshiba REG ZA, the phone T01D, and the Sony S series tablet, and possibly other Android models. Okay, USB interface can connect to U-Disc, mouse, keyboard, gamepads, printers, and other USB devices at the same time. When the switch is in the charge to achieve charge the phone function by an external power supply. When the switch is in the OTG, the phone can be used. External USB devices. Supports the Samsung Galaxy S4. More supports. Alright. Basically, it's confusing because I tried to switch in both modes. And when I set the switch to OTG, or charge only, that's what it says. So the switch is for, right? And I plug in this cord here. Okay, electronics inside goes blue. Okay, and then I plug this into the phone, and it says it's charging. Okay, that's what the switch says, right? It's supposed to be in charge mode. It's supposed to support OTG. Well, that doesn't seem to be the case because when I take a USB, the dongle gun, I'm just going to use it because it's the only one I have out here right now. I plug it in, and it says that it's just not supporting OTG. Well, that's what it's supposed to do, right? So, in this case, it's doing what it's supposed to do. So now, when I unplug this cord, and I flip the switch to OTG, and plug it back in, I see the charge icon, and I see the keyboard and the mouse. Okay, so this is kind of cool because it makes things a little easier, especially for those people who are on the go. Imagine if you're using this in like a Samsung tablet or an Android tablet that has only one port that has OTG support, like a 10-inch screen one. and you want to use a keyboard, or you want a hardwired keyboard. By the way, speaking of hardwired keyboard, could this power up a PS2 keyboard dongle adapter? Yes, I don't see why I couldn't. The other one does. This will power an external PS2 to USB keyboard dongle. I tried it out and it worked fine. This also works with the Behringer Q1202 USB mixer as well. So which means this does the USB audio in and audio out, which is fantastic for live streaming, guys. Really, this is a major improvement for live streaming. Okay. Very fascinating technology that we live in some ages when we have these little technology like this. Coming up in the tomorrow's project, we're going to be talking about the other projects we're working on. We're going to try to get a few things in each month. We're going to try, but this is where you guys are important to help out. Because these projects do cost money. Please consider making a donation to the channel. It's so easy now. Just go to http://paypal.me/BICHELA. So that's PayPal.me/BICHELA, and you can make a donation that way. And don't forget to check out our sponsor, Tunnel Bear. Tunnel Bear makes it possible to keep your stuff private and safe from unwanted crackers that want to steal your bits. To protect your data and protect yourself. Make them sweat if they want your data so bad. With the 256-bit AES encryption, they're not going to get too far. Your data is encrypted between you and the Tunnel Bear server, so it means that nobody can sniff your packets between you and your device. And it works with Android and iOS phones, as well as PCs and Macs. So you cannot screw up. And in fact, with the Chrome add-on, it works with Linux too, and Chromebooks. Hey, how long can you go? Head to check out today. Check out the links below to find out more about Tunnel Bear. Until later, bye-bye.